as the government moves to phase out the current national ID by December 12, 2021. Let's cross over live and listen in. Fred Matiang'i, Dr. Fred Matiang'i is currently addressing.
For the country. And I want to recognize our brand new data commissioner. If you read the law, this is a very powerful lady, and we will treat you and handle you with care, because unaweza kufunga watu. And I want to warn public officers who are here, ukifika nyumbani usome sheria. The data commissioner is very powerful. If we don't handle this information carefully, huyu anaweza kutufunga. And I will talk a little bit more about that later. So today we are having two functions of this kind. One is happening here today. Another one is happening in Machakos, led by my colleague, the Cabinet Secretary for ICT, Mr. Joseph Musheru. During Mashujaa Day, His Excellency, our President, received the first trial huduma card together with the First Lady and 10 other people. And during that time, His Excellency, the President, promised that when we have complied with all the requirements we were given by the court, including the appointment of the Data Commissioner, which has now been done and she has been duly sworn in, we will now begin a phased approach to roll out the issuance of huduma cards. My brothers and sisters, I want to spend a good amount of time talking to you very slowly and carefully about this, because we have a problem in our country where people sometimes waste information, twist information, engage in propaganda. So wacha kwanza nifanye kazi ya huduma namba before I go to other things. The reason why you are getting this card is it's called huduma card. Huduma card, it means a service card. It's the card that you're going to use to get services wherever you go in the country. When we did the registration exercise last year, we registered about 37 million people. There are Kenyans who have not been registered. I am going to say what will happen to them. And the process of getting an huduma number starts first of all with synchronizing or integrating all the data sets. Your birth certificate details, your ID card number details. If you have a driving license, your details at NTSA. If you are registered at NHIF, your details there. Your details at the Kenya Revenue Authority, so that your PIN and your tax references are here. The governor actually made a very good point. He said that countries that have advanced, and the best way to provide services to your people, instead of our people carrying a basket full of cards, kila mahali unaenda unajaza fomu, una kibeti imejaa card ya NHIF, driving license, kipande, kila mahali. Our president, as early as 2013, as Honorable Moses Kuria said, decided that one way to liberate Kenyans is to create a platform, an electronic platform, where all information about our people is found. And with one card, your details are available. That is why it's called the single source of truth. Because this card now, if you look at it, the reverse side of it, it has a QR code and it has a microchip here. If I went to a hospital today and I wanted to be served and have registered in NHIF, the hospital can use a QR code. Using this card, this is all I present, and they will read my NHIF details. Askari akikukamata kwa barabara, anataka kujua kama uko na valid driving license ya kuendesha, anachukua hii, anaweza kutumia simu kusoma QR code na itamuonyesha kama you have a license from Mr. Njau or you don't have one. Because we wanted, or the intention of the president and the government, is to create this single source of truth so that all your information can be found and carried in one card as you move around. This makes it easier for service provision. When we were registering our people, I said this, ile shida tuko nayo, na tuambiane tu ukweli as public servant. It's always good to say the truth. Tuko na shida kwa maofisi ya serikali kwingine. Naenda pale, unaambiwa story ingine hapo, file imepotea. There is an enemy called the file that we are trying to remove from public service. File imepotea. Tinunulia, enda uone wazee wakati wa lunch, ona hawa wazee hivi ili file ipatikane. Sasa hakuna wakati wa kuona mtu mwingine yeyote. Huo wakati umekwisha na hii. Hakuna mtu wa kuonwa. Ukiwa na hii, mtu asikuambie story eti file imepotea. Eti you know I can't get your records, ni kuprocessie mambo yako hapa. Enda lunch kidogo urafu rudi saa 8 kwa sababu tunatafuta file. Wasting time instead of serving you. This card is true liberation in the provision of public services to our people. That is why it is called Huduma card. Sasa, what do we do from now? And please, my brothers and sisters, munisikize very carefully. Tumeanza safari. This is how we are going to do it.
Yes, Dr. Fred Matiang'i there during the launch of the distribution of the Huduma number cards. He says this is a service card. He talked about 37 million people who registered last year and says that the goal is to ensure everyone does register now. He did say that he will be letting those who won't register know what will happen to them. But what we know as at now is this distribution of the Huduma cards is meant to phase out the current national ID, that is by December 12th, 2021. So that is basically what Dr. Matiang'i there was talking about. So let's move on. Right, okay, we're taking a short break. Thank you for that. So let's take a short break, but stay with us. We still have lots more after this break.